Are you looking at the feet? You know,
I never spent enough
Star
time.
Wars, you know, those, I forget what they're called, but those, they're out in the snow. Those like pads those giant robots walk on. It's like a foot right there. That looks like a, this is, I mean, look, you have the right idea. This is not bad. This is not bad. This is hard. These are hard. This is a hard, a lot of subtlety going on with this. I'll show you how to draw that in a second. This is coming up. Okay, this is okay. This is close. This angle, okay. I see, okay. This here, okay. So the reason why, like, you have the right idea because you're going for the angles. Okay, angles, you're going for the angles. All right, you're trying to get them. You're just subtly off in a couple of them, okay? Okay, so what it looks like to me is that you have the legs, and to the upper body, the legs might be a little bit short. But if we're looking at, yeah, that's it. Okay, you got that. And then that kind of elongates. And elongates, like if I do this, if I cover that up, that looks pretty good. Do you see that? Look, let me cover that up for you. That looks pretty good. So you see that. And so just like you said, you saw that when you step back, so step back and do that. I don't mind you putting, like, marking the nipples right there. That's good to do. But here's how I want you to think about the torso area and the breast in general. Normally, I refrain from the shadow shapes, especially if you're a beginner and you're just starting. But you've been doing this for a while, and the shadow shapes of the breast right here are very important. So, like, you can look and judge this distance right here. Right, so you can say, okay, well, from this point here to this point, like, what's the width, right? You could look at that. Granted, this arm is actually in two different positions. I'll show you how in a second. But if we have this piece coming up like that, and then we kind of, it's soft here, coming in here, up to the nipple, coming up some, and then it's kind of coming at that angle right there. So now we have a nice shadow shape that we can measure off of, and we're creating a light shape out of it as well right here. And then, because this part right here, believe it or not, okay, this is going to show the center point of the body coming up. I'm not going to draw, I'm drawing this line, but I'm going to erase it, going up to the suprasternal notch. So this is kind of the center point right here, which you've got. Like, I mean, anatomically it works. And then it kind of breaks coming in here like that. So if you do that and then kind of say, okay, the nipple's here, and then it kind of swoops up, and this is going to be a soft edge, right? Soft edge kind of coming up like that. So if we get that, actually, that's incorrect, actually. 1 second. Let me bring this down some. It's actually going down like that a little bit more than I have it here, and then this point's kind of coming out some, so it's a little bit more elongated. But my point is, when we're drawing the shadow shapes, we're also seeing the light shapes at the same time, right? So what do? We have the light shape here, light shape, and this now, you can see, based off these angles, that it is, she's leaning towards us, and she's kind of like she's leaning, her shoulder's coming towards us, right? Just based off of what you've done here in this piece. This is what I want you doing. I don't mind you marking 1, 2, but then I want you to going through and lightly sketching that in just like you do everything else. So I'm not going to go over this part. You need to correct that. I like how this is drawn. That's good. This is a little bit crazy. So this right here is close, but it might, you need to give it a little bit more of a heel, just a little bit more, because it feels like to me that the heel was kind of pushed up a little bit too much. So that angle was going up like that. It should be coming down just a little bit. It's just a feel. It's like, you know, like you got it, but like just even doing this right here is going to make it seem a little bit more solid, right? Just a little bit more solid coming down. All right, so we have this point here coming up to here. This point's going to drop ever so slightly. It's coming up a little bit too high, right? And then it's, whoops, I messed that up. Give me a second. It's coming up a little bit too high. Okay, so we have this here, swooping down, something like that, and then it breaks here. And what's happening is this is a little bit crunched, okay? This is a little bit crunched in here. This looks a little bit elongated for this. I think possibly what needs to happen is this point to here. This is correct. What I was going to say was this point actually might get a little bit longer in here, okay? And this point's a little bit scrunched and it's popping out a little bit too much. It looks like those flying pants, you know, that kind of puff out. That's what it's looking to me, like. And it looks like, too, that her leg, instead of it being a standing leg, is bending, it's kind of bending out some. Do you see? So let me just, like, if I'm drawing like from here to here, then I see this point about right here. That's coming over, and it's kind of going to be more casually dropping. I'm going to be coming straight across right above the kneecap area right here. So this part, that will give it kind of that look right here where we can kind of slice this off some. And then from here, what's happening, see, this is the point I'm going off of. Look at this. That's right here. Do you see that? That point. So we went from here, get that, and then to here. So you can come 1, 2, like that. And then that is, because right now you have this piece coming down here, and then this part right here is bulging out. Now we have this part right here going straight down like that. Do you see? So that's going to make this a little bit longer. Do you see what I'm saying? So we cut that in, and then we say, okay, this is kind of falling at an angle here, like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And then from here, you got this, you have another angle coming this way, which you are using such crappy paper. That angle, that. Do you see what we're doing?
No, if I had 120-pound paper, these drawings would be absolutely amazing.
You just need to get decent paper. You just need to get decent paper. And you can't for some reason. You can't. You can't do it.
So I'm using up what I've got.
Right, and then from here, okay? So from here, in fact, this actually might come over just a little bit more than I have it. So we have this here, 1, and then this piece is kind of coming down, 2, and then 3. Do you see something like that? And this might go in some, but we shift that. That's what it is, okay? This part right here, let me show you this. If I'm starting here, you got the foot. And this is, Terry, this is good. This is very difficult, okay? And you have a small brain. And I understand this, which is why I work with you every week. Everybody in here has compassion. You're with friends, okay? Friends, Terry. Ankle, okay? Okay, now this piece right here, look, watch what I do here. This is very easy for me to do. Very easy. And then we kind of just like arch it like this. We don't do that Star Wars drone foot that was going through the snow that killed the rebel forces. Idiot. All right, so.
Is that when the Klingons attacked?
You son of a bitch. Right here, straight across, right? And that's going to be coming up into the, what's that? It's the shin, side of the calf. Boom! There we go. So that's it right there. 1, 2. So we have this, look at the negative space. And then from here, 1. How wide is it? 2. Okay. 3. We know like that.
So next week you just want me to focus on the feet.
And then bring this out. I'm going to bring this out just a little bit here. Just a little bit.
Do we get real close?
Look at that.
Focus on the feet?
No. I didn't get close and focus on the feet with this.
Oh. Not me either. Done.
I want you to do this. Theoretically, you have the potential for this. So that's essentially it, and then we go from there. So this is hard. It's difficult stuff, but you might be able to do it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, good job. You got any questions? Huh?
So next week I focus on the feet.
That's what you got out of this.
Just the feet.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by idiots.